Welcome back to my Book of Mormon. Me, David Michael. We'll be tackling episode 88 today, where we are still reading the Book of Abraham in the Pricey Pearl. That's right. So let's see, where we left off. Let's see, God had gotten all pissed off at everybody in Abraham's day. And, he just started starving them all, causing famines, and making people die slowly. That happened. And then, let me see, that was about it, really. But Abraham stayed good. Yeah, he stayed our good, holy man of God, but everybody else, not so much. And so they all got starved out. So that happened. And then someone, I can't remember who, won't mention names, but on the website posted this comment to the site saying they're really upset with me for saying that I was, didn't appreciate God starving people. And they were like, no, you don't understand. That's just God's way of being kind, because he's getting people to heaven faster. And I don't know, it kind of pissed me off. I was just like, hey, wait, so in your worldview, people dying of starvation, which is probably arguably one of the worst ways to go. I mean, it's very slow and painful and agonizing. That's a kind of benevolent act. Wow. That's, I don't know. It just, to me, I think that's why sometimes believing this stuff, it can be damaging, because it leads to that kind of thinking, right? That watching people suffer and die, you should rejoice instead of trying to stop it. But anyway, whatever. I don't want to get down on that tangent. All right, so we're going to start reading Abraham again. Before we do, I got to thank one person real quick. We have a new MIMO bishop, and that is Bishop Jefferson. So, Bishop Jefferson, thank you so much. Really appreciate your generosity, and welcome aboard. All right. Okay, so I think let's get started in the Book of Abraham. All right, so chapter 2 starts out, now the Lord God caused the famine to wax sore in the land of Ur. There you go. God's still at it. Still starving people. Insomuch that Haran, my brother, died. But Terah, my father, yet lived in the land of Ur of the Chaldees. I can never say that right. All right, so Abraham's brother Haran, dead. But Terah, his father, he's doing just fine in the land of Ur. And it came to pass, drink, that I, Abraham, I'm sorry, it's still funny when I remember that Abraham is supposed to actually physically be writing this, but whatever. Took Sarai to wife, and Nahor, my brother, took Milcah to wife, who was the daughter of Haran. Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, so Nahor is Abraham's brother, and Haran was Abraham's brother, and Nahor just married Haran's daughter. That means he married his niece. That's great. A little incest going on in Abraham's family. But I'll tell you what, if this story stays true to the biblical version of Abraham, this will not be the last mention of incest. No. Because if I'm not mistaken, Sarah is also Abraham's sister. All right, well, we'll find out. Maybe the story changes here. Because, we didn't have the first-hand account in the Bible. Goodness no. We only get that here. Sorry. Okay. Now the Lord had said unto me, Abraham, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land I will show thee. All right. Again, they never tell us how the Lord does this. I don't know how he talked to Abraham, but he did, and said, get out of there. I'm going to show you somewhere else to be. It does seem to be a pretty common message God gives his chosen people. When he said that to the Jaredites, right? Right off the bat. It was just like, I'm going to bless you, but you got to go far away, right? And then Lehi's family, same thing. Going to bless you, got to move. Got to move everything behind. So it seems to be a common theme. All right. Therefore, I left the land of Ur and the Chaldees to go to the land of Canaan, and I took Lot, my brother's son, and his wife. I'm afraid Lot's wife, not good things in her future. No, sir. Anyway, and Sarai, my wife, and also my father followed after me, unto the land which we denominated Haran. Aw. Named it after their dead brother. It was awful nice of them. Okay. And the famine abated. God got in a better mood. Okay. And my father tarried in Haran. Okay, sorry. That's what they call the place. That's right. And dwelt there. And there were many flocks in Haran, and my father turned again unto his idolatry. Therefore he continued in Haran. Well, sounds like Abraham saying that his dad is, he started worshiping the wrong imaginary friend. He's not very happy about it, it seems. But I, Abraham, and Lot, my brother's son. Wait, Lot? I thought Lot was his brother. All right, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry, no. So Lot is, okay, here we go. Lot is his nephew, right. And his brother married his niece. Boy, it's tough to keep track of. Okay. All right, so Lot and Abraham prayed unto the Lord, and the Lord appeared unto me, and said unto me, Arise, and take Lot with thee, for I have purposed to take thee away out of Haran, and to make thee a minister to bear my name in a strange land. Well, Abraham's probably like, didn't we just do this, God? I was in Ur, you told me to leave, and then you put me in Haran, and now you're saying I gotta leave Haran. He's just not satisfied. No. All right, which I will give unto thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession when they hearken to my voice. All right, so they can have it, I guess, as long as they listen to you. He's like, I'm going to give this to you for everlasting possession, as long as everyone does what I say. Nice little footnote there at the end. Yeah, little clause in the contract. For I am the Lord thy God. I dwell in heaven. The earth is my footstool. I do love that phrase. Yeah, I just have this picture of this big throne in space, and God's just chilling, his feet up on the earth. It's just great. I stretch my hand over the sea, and it obeys my voice. I cause the wind and the fire to be my chariot. Okay. I don't know what that means. Wind and fire to be a chariot. So I won't read into it. I say to the mountains, Depart hence, and behold, they are taken away by a whirlwind, in an instant, suddenly. Okay, I'd like to see one time in history where a mountain just got swept away by a whirlwind. Because God says this happens, he just makes it happen. Just instantly. Mountain there, whirlwind comes, no more mountain. Okay, God. That sounds like a lot of talk. I don't think that's ever really happened, though. I'm afraid that's a hashtag all talk, God. My name is Jehovah. I thought we established that last episode. Anyway, and I know the end from the beginning. Therefore my hand shall be over thee. Okay, so God just knows everything. Okay. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee above measure, and make thy name great among all nations, and thou shalt be a blessing unto thy seed after thee, and in their hands they shall bear this ministry and priesthood unto all nations. All right. So God's like, I'm going to make you awesome, and you're going to be so awesome that your awesomeness is just going to spread everywhere. You're just going to make the whole world awesome because of how awesome I'm going to make you. There you go. Good for you. And I will bless them through thy name, for as many as receive this gospel shall be called after thy name, and shall be accounted thy seed, and shall rise up and bless thee as their father. There you go. So I guess all these people should have been called Abrahamites, but I guess they got their name changed, because eventually they become like Israelites, right? So, I know how that happens, right? Anyway, I won't spoil. I happen to know this story, because I've read the Bible. But I don't know, there's been a few twists and turns. But for the most part, this is staying pretty true. This is God blessing Abraham never really explained why. This book didn't either, right? Neither the Bible or the Pricey Pearl really explained why God decided Abraham was going to be his dude. But anyway, he did. What are you going to do? God works in mysterious ways. And I will bless them that bless thee, and I will curse them that curse thee. And in thee, that is, in thy priesthood, and in thy seed, that is thy priesthood. What? For I give unto thee a promise that this right shall continue in thee, and in thy seed after thee, that is to say, the literal seed, or the seed of the body. What's going on? All right, I gotta stop. Okay, so they're trying to equate the word seed to priesthood, right? And so he's kind of saying, like, all of your descendants are going to be the priests, I think. But then it's saying, in thy seed after the literal seed of the body. I don't know. It's like they actually trying to make it make sense because they know they're being confusing. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. Shall all the families of the earth be blessed, even with the blessings of the gospel, which are the blessings of salvation, even of life eternal. That thing in there that said the literal seed of the body, that just threw the whole thing off because it all sounded metaphorical, and then they threw in that word literal. And I don't know what to make of it. I think what it said is that Abraham's descendants are going to be priests, but I may have read that way wrong, and I don't know that it matters, so I'm just going to keep going. Now after the Lord had withdrawn from speaking to me, and withdrawn his face from me, his face was there? Well, I said in my heart, thy servant has sought thee earnestly, now I have found thee. Okay, I suppose you did. I don't know if you found him, Abraham. It sounds like, I don't think you, went out searching for God and then suddenly you found him. You're like, there you are. You've been hiding all this time. Now, it sounds like God came and found you, but either way, good for you. However you got there, God showed his face to you. So that's awesome. Thou didst send thine angel to deliver me from the gods of Elkanah, and I will do well to hearken unto this thy voice. Therefore let thy servant rise up and depart in peace. Well, there you go. He's like, God, I haven't forgotten. I was about to get killed on this altar, Your angels came down and saved me, so I do kind of owe you one. Well, I guess that's what Abraham's saying there. So I, Abraham, departed as the Lord had said unto me, and Lot with me, and I, Abraham, was 62 years old when I departed out of Haran. My goodness, a young man. We had barely hit adolescence by these age standards. Well, and I took Sarai, whom I took to wife when I was in in Chalada, and Lot, my brother's son, and all our substance that we had gathered, and the souls that we had won in Haran, and came forth in the way to the land of Canaan, and dwelt in tents as we came on our way. All right. So it sounds like he's got himself quite a little flock there, although we don't really know. It just says that the souls they won in Haran, so we don't know how many. Could have been like 4 or 5 people. Could have been thousands. We just don't know. Therefore eternity was our covering, and our rock and our salvation, as we journeyed from Haran by the way of Jershon to come to the land of Canaan. I have no idea. Eternity was our covering, and our rock and our salvation. I have no idea what those terms have to do with a journey. Whatever. I guess they were just protected from on high or something. Whatever. But now it looks like they're getting to Canaan. Had to make a quick stop in Jershon, but looks like they're getting right where they need to be. Okay. Now I, Abraham, built an altar in the land of Jershon. Oh, I'm sorry, they're not in Canaan yet. They're still at their pit stop. A little layover in Jershon. Made an offering unto the Lord, and prayed that the famine might be turned away from my father's house, that they might not perish. Well, there you go. I mean, isn't his dad, like, worshiping idols? I don't know. God's gonna be like, come on now, you gonna make me break my rules just because he's your dad? Come on, Abraham. Then we passed from Jershon through the land unto the place Shechem. It was situated in the plains of Moreh, or Moreh, whatever. We had already come in the borders of the land of the Canaanites, and I offered sacrifice there in the plains of Moreh, and called on the Lord devoutly, because we had already come into the land of this idolatrous nation. All right, so I don't know why we had to, like, hear every little pit stop he made, and Shechem and Moreh and all that stuff. The point is, he got himself an animal, slit its throat for God, made it scream and bleat, and now God had got his blood, so maybe that'll make him happy, and maybe he'll help him out in this terrible idolatrous nation of the Canaanites. Okay. And the Lord appeared unto me in answer to my prayers. It works, guys. I'm telling you. Kill an animal. I mean, like, I don't mean nicely. I mean, like, slit its throat and bleed it out. And I actually don't know how they do it. I really don't. I'm pretty sure it's a bleeding process. But anyway, what are you going to do? So, but it seems to work. Definitely got God's attention, because he actually said, look, I heard you. So, let me answer your prayer here. You know. And he said unto me, unto thy seed will I give this land. Wait, God, you already said that. I don't know why he's repeating himself. Okay. And I, Abraham, arose from the place of the altar which I had built unto the Lord, and removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched my tent there. I don't know. Who cares where you pitched your tent, right? It's like he's trying to give us these very specific coordinates of where he put his tent for the night. Who cares? Anyway, all right, here we go. Bethel on the west, and Hai on the east, and that's not H-I-G-H, it's H-A-I. I don't know what it is, but it's on the east. And there I built another altar unto the Lord, and called again upon the name of the Lord. All right, so he's not done yet. He's like, God, I killed an animal for you, and you popped down and told me I'm going to give you this land. Well, I knew that. You told me that, so come back. So he's probably going to do some more killing, get God's attention again. And I, Abraham, journeyed. Wait, you journeyed? Well, aren't you going to wait for God's answer? Going on still towards the south, and there was a continuation of a famine in the land. Oh, I guess God didn't really like your last sacrifice, Abraham. No, because didn't he ask for the famine to stop? Yeah, it didn't work. Sorry, I thought that worked. I guess it just like means God will come and say hi if you kill something for him. It doesn't mean he's actually going to like do what you say. So, yeah, okay. I, Abraham, concluded to go down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine became very grievous. Oh my. So God told you specifically to go to Canaan because it was your land and he was going to give it to you. You got there. There was a famine. You built an altar. You prayed to God to stop the famine. God didn't. So now you actually have to leave and go to Egypt. This is a guy. I mean, seriously, are you not looking up going like, maybe I heard that wrong? Maybe I should stop listening to those voices in my head that are telling me to go places because he got there and it doesn't look like it's a place he can stay because it's famine. Well, anyway, he's going to Egypt. This is all very bizarre. And it came to pass, drink, that when I was come near, what a weird way of saying that. Okay. When I was come near to enter into Egypt, the Lord said unto me, behold, Sarai, thy wife, is a very fair woman to look upon. Well, that's a high praise. God just told Abraham, yo, Abraham, just FYI, you have a hot wife. Yeah, smoking hot. Just saying. All right. Well, there you go, Abraham. I guess you're probably got your chest a little puffed out now. God just thinks your wife's hot. That's cool. Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see her, they will say, She is his wife, and they will kill you. But they will save her alive. Therefore see that ye do this on the wise. Let her say unto the Egyptians, She is thy sister, and thy soul shall live. Yeah, this is what's happening. So it sounds like in this story, right, that Abraham's lying, and God's telling him to lie, which that wouldn't work at all. How could God be instructing his own instrument to lie to people, right? And turns out, this is a bit of a spoiler, everybody, that she is his sister, but he married her anyway. So this is all very sick. But anyway, the point of the story is, for some reason, if the Egyptians think they're married, they'll kill him to take her, right? But if it's like, oh no, she's just my sister, then they'll just take her and not kill him, right? I'm fairly certain that's how this plan is supposed to play out. Anyway, and it came to pass, drink, that I, Abraham, told Sarai, my wife, all that the Lord had done unto me. Therefore say unto them, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. Well. Now, what they don't tell you in this, and maybe it's coming up, we'll see. I'm going to stop telling. But basically, she kind of gets passed around a little, and yeah, but Abraham's okay with that because he's not dying, so it's okay. So don't feel bad for Sarai. Yes, actually do. Just feel bad for her. It's horrible. Her story is dreadful. All right. Had to marry her brother, and then he just pimps her out. It's just, ugh. Anyway, okay. So that was the end of chapter 2 of the book of Abraham, and we'll just keep right on going. Chapter 3. All right. And I, Abraham, had the Urim and Thummim. What? How'd you get that? Wait a minute. I thought that's the same thing. That's what Joseph Smith used to, like, translate the, plates or whatever. Now Abraham has them. Man, these things go way back. Okay. Which the Lord my God had given unto me in Ur of the Chaldees. All right, fair enough. And I saw the stars, that they were very great, and that one of them was nearest unto the throne of God. What's happening right now? And there were many great ones which were near unto it. Okay, hold on. So Abraham had the Urim and Thummim, but he's using them not to translate. He's using them more like a telescope of some sort, something. And he sees stars, and one of them's near the throne of God. Where's the throne of God? Maybe you could tell us where that is, Abraham, if you can see it. Okay, we'll just see where this goes. And the Lord said unto me, These are the governing ones. What, the stars? The stars are governing? Okay, and the name of the great one is Kolob. Okay, we're gonna stop. Oh, I just don't know if I can keep doing this, guys. I've heard of this Kolob. I swear I thought it was some sort of inside joke amongst Mormons, right? Although I thought people referred to it as a planet Kolob. This kind of says this explicitly says it's a star, but either way. So now we have the star Kolob, which is God's star, that governs everything. Abraham is writing this, people, because he has some magic rocks, and he's looking into the sky, and this is what he sees. How? I can't get myself here. I cannot believe people believe this. I'm sorry. Seriously, Mormons, I will give you the magic brass ball. It's all yours. Knock yourself out. Enjoy your Liahona. It's great. Fine. I'm bought. I'm sold. There's a Liahona. Let's see. You want submarines? Great. You can have submarines. I have them. Jaredites and submarines? Fine. I'm good with that too. You want to translate Urim and Thummim to translate your reformed Egyptian gold plates? Great. Take it. I'm with you. 100%. This is where I draw the line. What are you talking about? There's no planet Kolob or star Kolob? This is in their holy book. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I can't even make a joke about this. It's just, what is going on? I have to keep reading, but man, I feel like I should just stop and be like, okay, that's it. It cannot get crazier than this. I'm actually quite certain this is probably why people were excited about me reading Pearl Great Price, because now we have Kolob. I swear I thought this was a joke, and here it is. Kolob is real. Okay, maybe it gets better. This is just, it's stretching my brain. This is, I'm gonna keep reading. We're just gonna keep reading. Alright, so the great one is Kolob, because it is near unto me. For I am the Lord thy God. I have set this one to govern all those which belong to the same order as that upon which thou standest. So yeah, Kolob is the head governing star, and I don't know, does God live on it? No, it just says it's nearest to his throne. Alright, Kolob, good governing Kolob. And the Lord said unto me by the Urim and Thummim, okay, wait, what are these things? They're supposed to be rocks that are on breastplates or whatever, and so first time we hear about them, they're being used to translate, right? Reformed Egyptian, and then they turned into like a telescope, and now they've turned into some sort of like, I don't know, walkie-talkie to God, because now God's talking to him. These are some magic stones. I'm telling you, Urim and Thummim, putting the Liahona to shame. Totally. Yeah, this is, alright, so now God's talking to them through it. Okay. But Kolob was after the manner of the Lord, according to its times and seasons, and the revolutions thereof. That one revolution was a day unto the Lord, after his manner of reckoning, it being 1,000 years, according to the time appointed unto that whereon thou standest. This is the reckoning of Lord's time, according to the reckoning of Kolob. I still can't believe that they're just throwing this Kolob out there like it's just whatever. And the fact that the only thing that they have to say about it is that it rotates slower. Who cares? Right? Oh, okay. It, 1 day is 1,000 years. What? Okay, so it's a very, very slowly rotating star. Wait a minute. This is a star. How does a star have a day? That doesn't, okay, maybe, is this supposed to be a planet? No, right there. It says it's stars, very clearly. I don't know. Well, you know what? It's almost as if who's ever writing this has no concept of astronomy. So, I mean, it might be Abraham, might be Joe, but whatever. Yeah, so for some reason they thought it was important for us to know that it's a very slowly rotating thing, and so I assume if it's a planet, they'd have something like 500 years of day, 500 years of night, and because it rotates so slowly. But what does that have to do with the story at all? Actually, this isn't even a story. This is just weirdness. All right. So there you go. It's slowly rotating, and I guess that's supposed to mean that God works slower? I guess. It's like the reckoning of the Lord's time. But what difference does it make how slow your planet rotates? It's still, time doesn't change, does it? No, it doesn't. I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, we're just going to keep going. This is just so fun. And the Lord said unto me, the planet which is the lesser light, lesser than that which is to rule the day, even the night, is above or greater than that which thou standest in point of reckoning. I guess they're talking about the moon now, I guess? Yeah, because I guess the sun is the planet, whatever, that rules the day. And, the moon, I guess, is what does the night. But it's saying that the planet is greater than what, I guess, Earth, what you're standing on now, which is not true in any way, right? Anyway, it says, for it moveth in order more slow. This is in order because it standeth above the earth upon which thou standest. Therefore the reckoning of its time is not so many as to its number of days and of months and of years. Okay. Is this trying to say that the moon, it like rotates slower than the earth or something? I don't know. Again, I don't know why it matters. And seriously, from the earth's, I guess, what do they say? Your point of reckoning, the moon doesn't rotate. It looks like it doesn't. I mean, technically it does, but it's always like facing the earth because it's rotating with the earth. But anyway, whatever. I don't know. I don't know why any of that's relevant. I just don't know why this matters as reckoning business, but okay. And the Lord said unto me, now Abraham, these two facts exist. What two facts? Behold, thine eyes see it. It is given unto thee to know the times of reckoning. I feel like I should really try to understand what this reckoning is, but alright. And the set time, yea, drink, the set time of the earth upon which thou standest, and the set time of the greater light, which is set to rule the day, and the set time of the lesser light, which is set to rule the night. Ooh, okay, so there's a set time on the earth, a set time on the sun, and a set time on the moon. I don't know. I don't know why it matters. And what are the two facts? Well, at least we're not talking about Kolob anymore. Okay, Let's just keep going. Now the set time of the lesser light is a longer time as to its reckoning than the reckoning of the time of the earth upon which thou standest. I don't know what it means. The reckoning of time, is that before that referred to like how long a day was? And, I don't know. I just don't have any idea what they're trying to get at. I'm sorry. This just doesn't, I don't know. I just don't know. Okay. And where these two facts exist, there shall be another fact above them. That is, there shall be another planet whose reckoning of time shall be longer still. You know, seriously, I don't think that, like, your perception of time doesn't change because of how fast a planet rotates, right? Or a sun, for that matter. Time is still time. It's just a question of how long you have daylight. I don't understand this reckoning at all. Anyway, somebody will probably explain it to me. Good old Duke of Earl Grey will probably pop on there and give me all the explanations I need. All right, here we go. And thus there shall be a reckoning of the time of one planet above another, until thou come nigh unto Kolob. Oh, never mind, we're back at Kolob. Which Kolob is after the reckoning of the Lord's time, which Kolob is set nigh unto the throne of God, to govern all those planets which belong to the same order as that upon which thou standest. This is just gobbledygook. I haven't the foggiest idea what's trying to be said here. I guess it's just trying to say Kolob is the slowest rotating planet in the universe, which I don't know. Are there planets that have longer than 1,000-year day? I doubt it, but I don't know why it matters. Why does this matter? I don't know. Can we hear more about Kolob? Can we have any other facts about it? How big is it? Who else lives there? Is it, are there animals there? What do they look like? Are there different species? How are we just like, oh, there's this planet Kolob? Most important planet in the whole universe. Yeah. Right next to God. Okay. What do we know about it? It turns slowly. And that's it. It just turns slow. No, that's what you get. Who cares? And again, I'm making the assumption that he incorrectly identified Kolob as a star and meant to call it a planet, because he called it a star in the beginning, but everything after that makes it sound much more like a planet. So, anyway, I don't know what it is. It's just Kolob. Kolob! What a name! And it is given unto thee to know the set time of all the stars that are set to give light until thou come near unto the throne of God. Okay, so you're going to know how fast things rotate, whatever. Thus I, Abraham, talked with the Lord face to face, as one man talketh with another. And he told me of the works which his hands had made. And he said unto me, My son, my son. And his hand was stretched out. Behold, I will show you all these. He put his hand upon mine eyes, and I saw those things which his hands had made, which were many, and they multiply before mine eyes, and I could not see the end thereof. Okay. So this pretty much says that God tried to show Abraham all of the universe that he made, and Abraham, I guess, couldn't see it all. Imagine that. Maybe he needs to tie his rocks a little closer to his eyes and get a better telescope. And he said unto me, This is Shineha, which is the sun. Okay, I guess our sun has a name, and it's Shineha, or maybe Shineha. Whatever. Well, there you go. And he said unto me, Kolob, which is a star. What? Kolob. Not Kolob, Kolob. Fair. And he said unto me, Ole, which is the moon. What? And he said unto me, Kokobim, I swear to you, Kokobim, which signifies stars, are all the great lights which are in the firmament of heaven. If this is a true story, God is giving some of the most bizarre information to Abraham. Just bizarre, right? Like, why do we care that God calls the moon Ole and the sun, what did he call it, Shineha, and that the rest of the stars are like cocoa beans or something? This is just bizarre. If I were Abraham, I'd be like, God, seriously? There's nothing else? This is what's important for me to know? How is this going to help me in my day-to-day life at all? All right. And it was in the night time when the Lord spake these words unto me, I will multiply thee, and thy seed after thee, like unto these, and if thou canst count the number of sands, so shall be the number of thy seeds. Back into the seeds. Yeah. He just wanted to name off a few planets and stuff, and then he's back to the seeds. That's great. And the Lord said unto me, Abraham, I show these things unto thee before ye go into Egypt, that ye may declare all these words. Okay. I wonder if he actually did. Because if Abraham did go into Egypt and tell everyone about this, no one thought it was relevant enough to write down, right? And the Egyptians were pretty good record keepers. So, yeah. Either Abraham was just completely failed to tell the Egyptians about it, or he did tell them about it, and they just didn't care, or none of this happened. Take your pick. If two things exist, and there be one above the other, there shall be greater things above them. Okay, therefore, wait, what? How is that? That logic is not sound. If two things exist, and one of them is better than the other, then there must be something better than that. Why? You know, why? Why is that true? If there's two people that are in a race, and one of them is faster than the other, the person that won may well be the fastest person on Earth. You don't know that it's not, right? I'd go to the 100-meter dash at the Olympics. That pretty much settles it. Who's the fastest man alive? There you go. Anyway, sorry, just bad logic. Therefore, Kolob is the greatest of all the cocoa beans that thou hast seen, because it is nearest unto me. And I know it doesn't really say cocoa bean, but it's like cow beam, so close enough. Yeah, what are you gonna do? So Kolob is the greatest star. See, he's calling it a star again, because it said the cocoa beans signify stars, and Kolob is the greatest of all the cocoa beans, so Kolob must be a star. Which takes me back to, how do you say that a day lasts 1,000 years on a star, right? That doesn't make any sense. All right. Now, if there be two things, one above the other, and the moon be above the earth, what are you talking about? Maybe it just means, like, what do you mean by above? Like it's rotating it, I guess, but maybe that's what it means. All right. Then it may be that a planet or a star may exist above it, and there is nothing that the Lord thy God shall take in his heart to do but what he will do it. What's happening here? This is the strangest chapter I think we've ever read, and that's saying a lot. It's jumping all over the place. All right, so it's about this whole, you've got an Earth, don't you? Yeah. Well, is there something rotating it? Yeah, the moon. Well, there you go. Well, then something must be rotating the moon. You're like, what? No, nothing's rotating the moon. Nothing's orbiting the moon, right? That's absurd talk. And so, if by above it doesn't mean orbiting, if it actually means like better than, well, then they're just incorrect. There's nothing about the moon that's better than the Earth. I mean, we need the moon. Moon's great for us, right? Gives us tides. So that's awesome. Let's see. It actually stops a lot of asteroids from hitting us. Hey, spot on job there, moon. Keep it up. But, yeah, it's above us. I don't know. Because then it's saying because the moon's above us, something must be above the moon. Just weird story. And then out of nowhere, it's like if God wants to do something, he's going to do it. There's nothing you do to stop it. And you're like, well, what does that have to do with anything? Such a weird chapter. Howbeit that he made the greater star, as also if there be two spirits. Oh my God, now we're going to bring spirits into this? Seriously? This is confusing enough. We're just trying to figure out your, whatever you consider astronomy to be. Now to bring spirits in. Okay, guys, buckle up. And one shall be more intelligent than the other. Yet these two spirits, notwithstanding one is more intelligent than the other, have no beginning. They existed before. They shall have no end. They shall exist after. For they are, what? Gnollam? I don't know what that word is. Gnolaum. Or eternal. Oh, well, if it means eternal, just say that. So you get two spirits. They're always going to exist. They've always existed. They're just these eternal beings that have never gone anywhere, and one of them is just clearly smarter than the other. Okay. Do we get to find out who they are? I don't know. Let's see. And the Lord said unto me, these two facts do exist. There are two spirits, one being more intelligent than the other, and there shall be another more intelligent than they. I am the Lord thy God, and I am more intelligent. Sorry. Oh, I'm more intelligent than they all. Okay. So God just pretty much said, like, look, there's lots of spirits out there. Some of them are smarter than others, but I'm the smartest. Totally. Don't even look around. I'm the smartest spirit. Okay, God, we'll give it to you. The Lord thy God sent his angel to deliver thee from the hands of the priest of Elkanah. I dwelt in the midst of them all. I now therefore have come down unto thee to declare unto thee the works which my hands have made, wherein my wisdom excelleth them all. For I rule in the heavens above, and in the earth beneath, and in all wisdom and prudence over all the intelligences thine eyes have seen from the beginning. Oh, I came down in the beginning in the midst of all the intelligences thou hast seen. I don't know what he's seen. Did God introduce Abraham to a bunch of spirits, and he's just trying to convince him, look, I'm smarter than all of them. Just all of them. He's kind of what he's saying. I'm just in charge because I'm the smartest. Yeah. Now the Lord has shown unto me, Abraham, the intelligences that were organized before the world was, and among all these were many of the noble and great ones. My God, he really did. I was joking. Apparently, God introduced Abraham to a bunch of intelligent spirits. Oh my God. This just gets deeper and deeper into crazy land. Okay. And God saw these souls that they were good, and he stood in the midst of them, and he said, These I will make my rulers, for he stood among those that were spirits, and he saw that they were good. And he said unto me, Abraham, thou art one of them. What? Thou wast chosen before thou wast born. I'm going to keep reading, because I think I might know what this is saying, but I want to find out. And there stood one amongst them that was like unto God. And he said unto those who were with him, We will go down, for there is space there, and we will take of these materials, and will make an earth whereon these may dwell. Okay. See, I thought they were going with that humans were these souls, right, that aren't as smart as God. Yeah, these like spirits. And then he was going to like put those spirits into bodies. That's where I thought that was going. But then apparently there's like somebody up there that's just like God. And they're going to put him on this earth that he makes. Whew. So it's just one person? Is Abraham the one that's supposed to be like God? Such a weird story. Okay, and we will prove them? Who's them? Anyway, we will prove them herewith to see if they will do all things whatsoever the Lord their God shall command them. He must just mean humans. I guess. But who was this one that was like unto God? I don't know. And they who keep their first estate shall be added upon. Oh my God. And they who keep not their first estate shall not have glory in the same kingdom with those who keep their first estate. I don't know what the actual. I'm really upset with myself for not being able to swear on the show, because I can't think of the words to say right now that aren't just totally profane to explain how I feel about what I'm reading. This is just a bunch of nonsense. Okay, so kingdoms, estates, and they who keep their second estate shall have glory added upon their heads forever and ever. I haven't the foggiest idea what estates are doing all of a sudden in here and how people got estates, but there they are. And if you keep your first one, you're okay. If you lose it, it's fine. As long as you keep your second one, you're fine. I don't know. And the Lord said, Whom shall I send? And one answered like unto the Son of Man, Here am I, send me. And another answered and said, Here am I, send me. And the Lord said, I will send the first. What? Okay. And the second was angry, and kept not his first estate, and at that day many followed after him. I assume that's talking about Jesus and Satan, right? Because we already had their story in the beginning of, was it this one? No. I think it was the beginning of Moses, wasn't it? Anyway, whatever. When, like Satan said, hey, I want to go make sure nobody gets, everyone gets saved, and Jesus said, well, screw all that. I'm just going to make sure you get all this glory, God, and God picked him. But anyway, it sounds like the second one was angry. And so, he didn't keep his estate, whatever the hell that means. And people followed him, even though he was estateless. Okay, so that was the end of chapter 3. Yeah, I'm telling you, I always think that I've read the craziest thing I was ever going to read. Yeah, and then it just gets stepped up a notch. That was a leap. Chapter 3 of Abraham. Wow, somebody was under the influence of something when they wrote that. And again, might have been Abraham. I don't know. Might have been God. Somebody wasn't right. That was one of the strangest things I think I've ever read ever. Anyway, so we've got ourselves another facsimile. So for those of you that don't know, these facsimiles are these little sketches that are in the book, right? And they have all these weird, like Egyptian-looking symbol things on them, which look kind of more like doodles. But anyway, and then there's this explanation. So this particular one is like a big circle, and it's got like an outer ring with a bunch of symbols on it. And then inside, there's like little boxes and layers inside the circle with different little sketches and doodles. And there's numbers all over the place. And then there's this little explanation guide that tells you what's what in there. Okay, so here we go. So the first one, figure 1, Kolob, right off the bat. Kolob. Who came up with that name? All right, signifying the first creation nearest to the celestial or the residence of God. First in government, the last pertaining to the measurement of time. The measurement according to celestial time, which celestial time signifies 1 day to a cubit. 1 day in Kolob is equal to 1,000 years according to the measurement of the earth, which is called by the Egyptians Ja'oeh. All right. And I wish I could explain to you what this picture looks like. It's like 3 prongs. I'm not even going to describe the pictures. They're just doodles, so it doesn't matter. So figure 2, it's like a 2-headed Egyptian, dog head thing. Anyway, whatever. Figure 2 stands next to Kolob, called the Egyptian Olabish, which is the next grand governing creation near to the celestial, or the place where God resides, holding the key of power also pertaining to other planets, as revealed from God to Abraham, as he offered sacrifice upon an altar which he had built unto the Lord. Okay, so apparently we have the Egyptian Oblish, who knew there were Egyptians guarding heaven, it sounds like? Okay. Figure 3 is made to represent God. Oh, really? I'm looking at figure 3. He's quite unimpressive. It's just, a dude in a boat, kinda? Anyway, alright. Sitting upon his throne, clothed with power and authority, with a crown of eternal light upon his head. What? There's like a circle over his head, whatever. Representing also the grand key words of the holy priesthood, as revealed to Adam in the Garden of Eden, as also to Seth, Noah, Melchizedek, Abraham, and to all whom the priesthood was revealed. Alright. I don't know. I didn't see any of that in the picture. Alright, 4. Answers to the Hebrew word Raukinyang, signifying expanse, or the firmament of the heavens. Also a numerical figure in Egyptian signifying 1,000, answering to the measurement of time of Olabish, which is equal with Kolob in its revolution and its measurement of time. Okay, that summed it up, didn't it, guys? Okay, figure 5 is called an Egyptian Enish Go on Dosh. I'm not making this up. There's even hyphens in this one to make sure I explain it right. Enish Go on Dosh. No. This is one of the governing planets also. Ah, well, there you go. Enish Go on Dosh. That sounds like a good planet. I would love to visit. It is said by the Egyptians to be the sun. Well, it's not a planet then. All right. And to borrow its light from Kolob through the medium of Vanrash, which is the grand key, or in other words, the governing power, which governs 15 other fixed planets or stars, as also Floes, or the moon. The Earth and the Sun in their annual revolution, this planet receives its power through the medium of Cleflosises, or Hakukaubim. The star represents by number 22 and number 23 receiving light from the revolutions of Kolob. Yeah, guys, this is I'm reading. I am not just high as a kite and just rambling into a microphone. I am reading the Pricey Pearl, and this is what it says. This is what it actually says. Are you hearing this? Yeah, so Kolob apparently is like emitting energy out to the rest of the universe, and that's how our sun gets energy. Yeah, and that's how our planet gets energy, because Kolob is just spitting out energy everywhere. And that's called, what did it call it? The medium of Clefloesis, or Hakukaubim. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it says. Not making this up. You guys should look this up, because I actually feel like a lot of you probably think I'm just like making this up as I go along. This is all written down. It's shocking. It's amazing, because people believe this is true. Anyway, okay. Let's see. Figure 6 represents this Earth in its 4 quarters. You know what? I'm actually going to look for that figure, because they have called the Earth 4 quarters about 100 times, and I've never understood how do you quarter the Earth. But sadly, I can't seem to find number 6. Oh, there it is. What? It's just like 4 kind of figures standing on their heads. Well, that was a letdown. Okay. 7 represents God sitting upon his throne. Wait a minute. I thought that was what 3 was. Revealing through the heavens the grand keywords of the priesthood. Keywords? As also the sign of the Holy Ghost unto Abraham in the form of a dove. Where did a dove come from? I don't know. That one was weird. Oh, yeah. As opposed to the rest, right? Yeah. 8 contains writings that cannot be revealed unto the world. Of course not. But it is to be had in the holy temple of God. Okay. I don't see the picture of 8, so I can't. I mean, it's like, what's it going to show me? A writing that I can't see? 9 ought not to be revealed at the present time. And 10 is also This is fantastic. And then 11, also, if the world can find out these numbers, so let it be, amen. This is awesome. And then 12 through 21 will be given in the own due time of the Lord. This is fantastic. Do you understand what this means? This means that someone had this image, this crazy looking thing, and they started jotting down, this is what this meant, and this is what this meant. And then after they wrote their last Kilfli Hoseflesis and Cowhew Cowkabeam, they were like, you know what, they started getting lazy, because the first, 5 are these long, crazy explanations. There's all these wild words. And then something came up and had to go, probably run some errands or something. Running out of time, came back and said, oh my God, I still have 6 through 21 to get through. And so it was just like, yeah, it's, we don't know. And we'll find out later. The Earth's not ready to know. Fantastic. So yeah, there's all kinds of just gobbledygook all over the place. And that's the stuff that, we can't know yet because somebody got lazy. Well, that is the end of this episode. And, wow, I feel like I need to do some research because I am lost. That got so weird. So first, obviously Kolob. That, I don't know. What else can I say? Kolob. But then it just kept getting a little bit more and more bizarre. That facsimile stepped it up a notch. I was talking about estates, talking about, reckoning of time. Just weird. This was, I'm done. I'm done this episode. I promise I'm going to come back. It hasn't gotten me down to the point where I'm just going to give up on life. But man, I am in shock that people read that and think, yes, God came down, put some rocks in front of Abraham and showed him Kolob. That is blowing my mind that people believe that happened. But hey, maybe somebody can give me a really good explanation. I don't know. But that, just didn't see it coming. So, okay, thank you everybody for listening. I hope this one made some sense to some people. It certainly didn't to me. But wow, that's 88. And so we're done with 88. Crazy 88s. Another Kill Bill reference. All right, talk to you guys again soon. Hopefully I will have recovered from the shock by then. But until then, enjoy yourselves, keep being awesome, and goodbye.
This song is licensed for use within this podcast. All song and copyright information can be found at www.mybookofmormonpodcast.com.